Welcome to Metta Mindfulness Meditation. I'm your host, Rosetta Fire. In this video, we'll discuss and define metta, also known as loving kindness, and meditation. We'll cover the benefits of metta mindfulness meditation and also provide an introduction to guided meditations and some video resources, and then also how to practice metta meditation on your own. So, what is meditation? According to the dictionary, meditation is defined as engaging in or contemplation or reflection, engaging in a mental exercise. So while this is a nice visage of what meditation is, it doesn't really help in learning how to do it, or more specifically, what does this mean to you? There are many different types of meditation, such as mindful meditation, where you focus on one thing, such as your breath. Another is insight meditation, where intent is often set to transform a person's mind by developing qualities such as wisdom or compassion. Metta sets out to do both of these things. Your focus is on your thoughts, or like a guided meditation, and to gain insight into your own compassion by extending it out to others. Now, I've heard many people say that they can't meditate. It's too hard. My mind will not settle down. Well, that's because they're expecting instant results. My friends, meditation is exercising your mind. You don't go to the gym expecting to lift the heaviest weight your first time. So please, when meditating, be patient with yourself. Now, there's many ways to describe how to meditate, but for this video, we will break the exercise down into two parts. The first portion of meditation is mindfulness. Mindfulness is a personal outside awareness. Usually it's to like a single focal point. The single focal point can be walking, breathing, drawing, listening to music, a guided meditation, even your own thoughts. Choice is up to you. The key is paying attention to your chosen resource. The second portion is awareness. Awareness is when your mind finally relaxes. It stops hopping around from future issues and past occurrences. The short version is you stop worrying. You recognize the calm when it comes. I know, sounds easy. Well, it can be for some, but for most, this is not necessarily achieved in one session. In fact, you may be only able to concentrate on your focal point for 1 minute before your mind becomes distracted, which is fine. It's perfectly normal. And you might not find calm in your first session either. So please don't be discouraged. You will still have achieved that 1 minute of focus, mindfulness, which you didn't have before. And that is an accomplishment. Successful meditation can take time to perfect, so do not expect to be an expert right out of the gate. Now, drilling down a bit, what is metta? We just spoke briefly about metta, but specifically metta is the Pali word by definition, and it means the expression of universal goodwill or wishes to others. In Sanskrit, this is maitri. More common Western translation of this word is loving kindness, compassion. There are 4 compassions: metta, loving kindness; karuna, sympathetic empathy; mudita, joy for others; and upekkha, equanimity. But today we're going to focus on metta and its meditation. What exactly does metta meditation mean? Well, simply put, it's a well-wishing on yourself and others to be free of any mental or physical ailments that can be a hindrance. So let's bring the two together, meditation and metta, or loving kindness meditation. Unlike other meditations, metta is very unique because it focuses both inward as well as outward. It focuses both on the person practicing the meditation as well as their environment around them. This is unique as some meditations only focus on the practitioner or the environment. This does both. It is a mindful and inspirational meditations, as we spoke about earlier, put together. It starts with its focus on the user and extends outward to include all living beings by repeating a similar message, so the message is equal. An example of this would be May you be happy. May you be free from illness. May you be free from harm. You can create your own words as you practice this. When practicing loving kindness thoughts, you first start with yourself by wishing these things to you. Some people would like to skip over this part. They may think, oh, I'm unworthy of love, patience, and understanding. But think about it this way. How can you help others if you're unable to help yourself first? You need to use yourself as the starting point of this exercise. Next, extend these thoughts to an easy external resource, such as maybe a kitten or your best friend. Take time to really feel these good wishes that you're extending to them. After giving this a moment, then expand this further to others, people specifically you do not know. People in their cars driving around you that you pass on the street. Then pause as you extend these wishes to them. As you're doing this, consider your actions. Really think about what you are hoping for them. And then you want to expand this further out still. And this one, I found a bit of a challenge for myself, is that you're going to now extend it to even people that you may not be that crazy about, such as that person who cut you off in traffic. And you take the time and you wish them identically what you wished yourself, what you wished that stranger, these same things. Really think about what you are hoping for them. And then further still, once more, expand this out even further. And you're going to extend this to the universe, to the current that is all life. And you say the same again. May you be happy. May you be from illness. May you be free from harm. And finally, after you've cultivated all this love and light and extended to the rest of the world, slowly pull back into yourself the same energy. Take back what you need to be able to continue on your day, because this extension of yourself can seem very draining to some people. Remember that you also need to love yourself. If your equation for compassion does not include you, that is an imperfect equation. Now, it's important to note there are two misdiagnosed versions of loving kindness. One is that of selfish affection, and another one is of ill will. Selfish affection is extending these thoughts to only people you see positively. And ill will is wishing misfortune to others instead of happiness during this practice. So please keep in mind really what is in your heart when you're doing this. Loving kindness walks the fine line in between these. So why would you want to practice metta meditation? Unlike other forms of mindfulness, metta takes it one step further by allowing us to focus outside ourselves to other people. And this is important in cultivating compassion for others that we may not have considered. By thinking outside ourselves, it has been documented to decrease personal depression and increase self-compassion. Remember, everyone you meet is fighting a battle you may know nothing about. Increasing compassion through metta reminds us about being kind to others always. Earlier in this presentation, we went through the parts of a meditation and some of the words that you can use when practicing metta meditation. But it might be easier to start with a guided meditation as you learn the process. Examples I can recommend are Loving Kindness Meditation by the Metta Bhavana by the Enthusiastic Buddhists and Guided Loving Kindness Meditation by Buddhism in English. Both videos are around 20 minutes and are available on YouTube without any interruptions. The links of them are included in the references at the end of this video. Or if you prefer, you can start with a mini 5-minute meditation that I've created. The link is in the comments. Now that we've gone over the basics on what is metta mindfulness meditation, let's put them into practice. First, select your resource, your focal point. This can be your guided meditation video, or it can be you leading yourself on your own metta journey with words you have composed. Second, sit in an ergonomic position. Most recommend sitting on the ground, legs crossed, spine tall. However, if you're at your office, sit straight up. I'm going to do it here with you. Spine extended, feet flat on the floor, and hands either relaxed by your side or in your lap. Third, try to reduce all other distractions as you meditate by closing your door and also maybe kind of letting anyone else know outside that you're meditating. If a distraction does occur, remember to acknowledge and release it. Allow a natural flow in your practice. This will help your mind settle as you use your metta resource. Fourth, allow yourself at least 5 to 10 minutes to start your first session. But in future practices, feel free to lengthen this time. This allows you to improve your meditation skills and increase your compassion. Thank you very much for watching and giving yourself time to learn about metta meditation. If you enjoyed this presentation, please feel to subscribe for future videos. Namaste.